Beyond the beat, slow feet don't eat. You went and made it, was your story. Beyond the beat, come talk with Teek. We all can make it, share your story. Beyond the beat, beyond, way beyond the beat, beyond.
Yo, welcome to the Weekly Close with CIC, where realtors keep it real and drop the knowledge you need about today's market. I'm your host, Teek the Agent, and every week we're breaking it down, the wins, the lessons, and the moves you can make to buy, sell, and invest with confidence. Let's get it. We also have here Sophie.
Hi, it's Sophie.
So you will be rocking with me and Sophie today. And we also have a special guest here. We have Lesa from Pioneer Title.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Hi, Lesa.
Hi.
So basically today we want to talk about your home tours. We found out that Pioneer Title does home tours, and a lot of newer agents don't know that even exists. So please enlighten us what that is.
Okay. So thank you for allowing me to share. Basically what we do is for newer agents, the benefit of coming on a home tour is to learn what our market offers. It offers the values, how other listing agents price their homes, things like that. What we actually do when we're there is we get a group of agents together and we visit and preview all the listings within that area. And as we're going in and out, we share information with each other about things we think we can change or do better.
Okay, so give me a picture of that. So I'm a new agent. I found out about your tour. I show up at the meeting place. Now what?
So we do an introduction of everybody when we're there.
So there's agents from other brokerages.
Correct.
Gotcha.
So yes, this is not brokerage specific.
Thank you. Because a lot of the stuff when I was a newer agent, a lot of the things I looked at and I'll see a logo and I'm like, do I supposed to be here? Can I be here? So legally, coming out of school, right? Mm-hmm. Everything is legal, right? We're trying to remember the number for an acre, like we're going to need that. But, things like that. So when we look at flyers or we look at emails, we don't know. And it's something you guys probably don't even think about.
Correct.
But we don't know what we can attend and what we can't attend.
Gotcha. I see.
Okay.
So this is kind of a neutral thing. The tour is neutral. It's ran by myself and usually a lender affiliate partner. So we're not, obligated to the rules that the real estate brokerages are
Y'all
obligated
hear that?
to.
So come out.
Yes.
Y'all come. You can
come to the home tours. Yes. And it's really a cool networking opportunity for agents, newer or seasoned, but either way, there's different perspective from each side. And I think that when you come out and you meet other agents from other brokerages, you get to realize that you're all in the same thing together. You're all in the same boat. Everybody's trying to get a listing, trying to get it sold, running buyers to different homes. And it's so nice to have another agent that you can bounce things off of. And we've even seen from time to time, agents put deals together from our tours.
Yeah.
And that's the coolest part about it is when we walk into a home and another agent who is not the listing agent says, wow, I think I've got a buyer for you. Let me make a phone call. And they're working on deals even throughout the tour. So that's kind of a really fun part of it. But at the end of the day, the agents themselves really need to get to know other agents, even from other brokerages, because those are your partners at one point or another.
Mm-hmm. So you guys are allowed to meet other people from other brokerages.
And you can be friends with people from other brokerages. You can hang out. There's enough to go around for everybody.
Yes. And homes doesn't have to be a secret. I want to say when I first started tours, to me, it was like the gift that keep on giving, because it was like, we'll open the door and I'm like, oh my gosh. First, I didn't even know it was, available. Second, like you said, we have clients in mind because we've been looking for this particular house that I walked in the door that I normally probably wouldn't have. So you guys, I'll let you talk about the different regions and things that you do to in your tours?
You mean by the different areas?
Cities, yep.
So my tours are mostly in the West Valley of Phoenix. So we cover the outskirts, kind of Goodyear, Avondale, Buckeye, Waddell, Surprise, kind of that whole side. I also have partners that work with me at Pioneer Title that also have their territories. And we work with each other internally to kind of get the spaces that we want to work in so that we're not overlapping each other and confusing our agent friends either. So that's kind of how that works. So if an agent has a listing that's not in my tour area, then I have a list of just the ones within Pioneer, or through the associations, there are lists of tours that I can refer them to or try to help them find another tour if they don't fit on mine.
Yeah, it's very beneficial to get those homes on tour. And with the tour, like she said, there's a group of agents that travel from, home to home. And we're looking at it from professional eyes, but new eyes. You're looking at it from fresh eyes, and you're looking at it from seasoned eyes. It's so many different ways to look at a home and to give you that constructive feedback to say, oh, if you just remove this, it'll look so much better. And sometimes I know we can get in our own way when we have listings, because we'll look at the same thing over and over and still look past, that one thing that could be a selling point. Maybe it's hidden and it needs to be brought forward, or vice versa. So that's why I love the home tours from the different experience of agents.
Yes.
Yes.
And it happens all on every single tour. There are very good advice. And as a coordinator for the tour, I'm not listing homes or selling homes, but I am previewing the homes just the same as you do. And I learn a ton from all the agents, because everybody has a different viewpoint. And it actually really helps me do my job better, because I understand more when I'm having a conversation with somebody where they're coming from, if they're having a challenge with a seller or a buyer, or just with their title company, whoever they're working with, whatever the challenges come, and they do, they definitely
sometimes.
That's how we all learn. If everything was perfect, we wouldn't, have any reason to do any of these things. But our sellers like exposure, and our listing agents like support. And that's what we're trying to offer through the home tours. And a lot of times people don't see the value in those, but we've chatted a little about that already, where people can put deals together. They get to know each other. If one person specializes in land and another person doesn't, but they pick up a land listing, now they have a resource. They can call that other agent and say, hey, can I just run a couple things by you? And usually the answer is yes. So it's just a matter of networking with other people. Sometimes in our business, we do get stuck in our own ways, and we are told to be careful on what's said and done between brokerages. And that's just part of ethics and, our commissioner standards that we follow. But it's really important to network with each other, because you're both doing the same job.
Right.
Whether you're at, one brokerage or another, you both have the same goals.
Right.
And as your title companies, we all have the same goal too.
Right.
And when we have something in escrow, it is our goal to close it for you and make it as easy as possible.
Right.
So it's the same. We're all doing the same thing.
Right.
It's just being open to that networking opportunity and learning experience.
And you guys being like totally transparent about what you do. Because a lot of, I'm sorry, but,
Yes.
when we go to school, we just looking at passing the test. And
Yes.
once we get out here, we just dumped out here. So it's
You
kind
are.
of like, come with us and come with us and come to our brokerage and come over here. And we're just like, really just saying, 3, 2, 1, you. We don't really know.
Yes.
But then when you keep going and you keep observing and you're like, hold on, because if it don't feel right, it's not right. Check your balances and then come back and like, oh, I could have been doing this the whole time.
Right.
Oh, I can talk to other people.
Yes.
I can ask
Yes.
So, and that comes around, networking and being around, like you said, seasoned people who's been around, and they'll tell you you can do that, like, and show you the law. Like people have no problem reciting the law in our business. They're like, oh yeah, it's commission. Yeah, they don't do they? They're like, they know them. They're you know, and we take our CE class, so continuing education classes are very important because I just took one like 2 weeks ago, and I was like, you know, I didn't know we can do that, you know, and it's not just me, because I look at the other faces of the agents on these calls, and it's 50 agents, and they're like, we didn't know that, you know. So continuing to learn of what we couldn't do before and we can do now is important, right? And then we share, right? If my other agents not on the call, then we all share with each other. Hey, we used to do that yesterday. Today we're doing this. You know,
it's ever changing. Always.
It is. Yes. Every year, every day, every week. It's always changing. But that's the importance of being together. That's the importance of talking to other agents from other places, because everybody is hearing different things, and, you know, don't look at social media. Let's talk to people, because
things are real.
Different.
You need to cite your sources.
Yes.
And they're real.
Consider your sources.
And know that outside of social media,
Yes.
you're going to meet these people in real life.
Yes.
So you just got to be a little bit careful about what you put out in the atmosphere, because I promise you, I kid you not, when I'm out, it's always somebody like, is this you? And I'm like, yeah.
She tells me all the time.
My little cartoon character. I'm like, yeah, that's me. That's me. So I'm always careful. I mean, I don't really, you know, I'm a marketer anyway. So I'm always like, you know, putting out what I actually do. I'm not going to tell you I sold 1 million houses and you can go look on the site and see. I mean, everything. Zillow tells everything. I'm just going to tell you. So if you tell me you sold 20 houses and I go on Zillow and it say 4, then I'm going to know. So just, you know, be careful with that. But okay, so tours.
Yes.
Okay, wait, can I hop in
ahead.
real quick?
Yeah.
Because with the tours, like, I didn't know about it until Teek came to me and told me about it.
Because I told you. I sure did.
So as a new agent, like, how do you get started in that? Who do you go to? Who can you talk to? Where can you find information on the home tours and stuff like that?
Great question. Thank you so much. Yes, the home tours are listed. The association has home tours. So if you're a part of one of the realtor associations, they typically have something on their website that tells you about them. And then the other things are, once you kind of get out and start meeting some of the people from title companies and mortgage companies and things like that, they will share the things that are out there and available. We hope sometimes that the brokers will have those things, you know, in their trainings with new agents and things like that, but we don't have any control over that. So we do the best we can to get the information out. We do put it on Facebook. I do have a Facebook page out there that's called Southwest Home Tours, and there's some pictures and things like that from our tours that you can go to and take a look at. But I do try to post as much as I can and pass the word around as much as I can. But it's not a perfect answer. It's other than it's listed
Talking
there.
to people.
You really gotta, you really have to look for the information or be having a conversation, which again is the importance of networking with each other and, you know, being able to ask questions. Oh, well, you've been in the business 5 years. What did you do when you were new? What was the best way for you to get information and kind of experience and help with moving forward with the things? So home tours can just be a really valuable resource to anyone.
Oh, yeah.
New agents especially, but really everyone.
And you're seeing homes in bulk.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So it's not
Yes,
like you're
ma'am.
just going to that one. No, we're seeing like, and
Yes.
your lists have grown because
Oh, yes.
when I went back and I was like, you know what? I don't have anything going on today. Let me go on tour. And I'm
Yes.
thinking like, oh, we'll be in and out. Oh my gosh. What was it, like 8 or 9? I was
Yes.
like, oh my God.
Yes.
When I went out, I think before it was a couple.
Yeah.
People were dropping out.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
This tour was long. But it was so exciting because it was so many agents and I
Yes.
wasn't expecting that.
Yes.
I mean, it's just a
Yes.
good time. It's a good time. People, you can carpool. we go from house to house, and you guys give out surveys, and we rate the
Yes.
house.
And when you're at the house, do you just kind of like walk through on your own, or like is somebody kind of showing you through
do
the house?
whatever you want.
Yes.
No, you walk through the house.
Yes.
Okay.
It's an actual open the door, go. You
Yes.
know, so you're looking at everything, and you're giving your feedback
Yes.
on how what is it, a scale, and
Yes.
yeah.
Like if you were a buyer coming in, like what would you rate this house kind of? Okay.
Yeah. And you get to, and there's the place where you can put notes and things
Yeah.
too. So if you see maybe the drywall in one room, there's a big hole, or maybe the air conditioning vent is kind of hanging off the ceiling, you know, little things like that can deter a buyer when they come in. And so that's the kind of stuff we're looking for. You know, we're not necessarily looking for the color of the wall unless it's horrible, then we may need to neutralize it or whatever. But we're really looking for little things that would cause a buyer to ask more questions.
Right.
You know, we, as the listing agent or the listing side of things, you want to present a home that's in a way not going to give a buyer a reason not to buy.
Yes.
You know, so you want it to be as good as it can be. If we need to move the furniture, which a lot of times that is a thing you mentioned, any little thing like that can change the whole look of a room or a situation. So if there's, you know, I've seen on tour where we had like a water spot on the ceiling, and the listing agent said, well, that's been fixed. But then the other agent said, but if I was showing a buyer, I wouldn't think it was fixed because I still see the spot. So it needs to be painted.
Yeah.
So little things like that is the reason why these things are so important.
And I would definitely, now me listing for the first time, right? So because of all of this, you know, training, to me is training.
It is.
Because I'm able to see it and rate it and talk to other, and I'm like, oh, I didn't think about that. Now I have a listing, and I have my team come, and all of us went over to this house, and we all sat at the table and say, okay, take a look at the house, what needs to be done. And we got to work. We got bins, we moved stuff out to the garage. They were, I mean,
it makes a
but
difference.
But it's getting that training that helped me set me up for success. When I did get a listing, I knew what to look for, but also knew I couldn't do it alone, and that I had to have my teammates come and say, okay, now I seen what I seen. Now you look at it and tell me what. And they're like, oh, well, if you get rid of this and move it. And that's what we did, right? And then we took pictures like an hour, like a couple hours later, and and I sent them the pictures because they had left and I was still there, and I sent them the picture. They're like, "Oh my God!" And I'm like, "But that's because of the team."
Yes,
you know?
It's different eyes. We all have a different viewpoint on things, and we all see color differently. We all see, you know, like I walk in, and if there's color on the walls, and I love that. I like warmth.
Yeah.
But then another person will come in and say, ooh, it should all be white.
Oh, yeah.
You know? So we all have that's just a really general, you know, interpretation of our differences. But the reality is that's what it is. And when we take all of our strengths and and combine them together, which is what we're doing on a home tour. We're taking, you know, 7 to 10. My goal is always 7 to 10 on a home tour.
Oh, it was like 10 when I went. So.
10 is my max.
It's going to be hours because I think you
yes.
said how many hours?
I do, 9 to noon usually. So
and
or 8:30
8:30
to noon.
And it'll take.
That's early.
You might think that's why you don't.
That's why you never
That's
see
why
me.
you don't be
That's
coming.
why you don't come. We love you anyway.
But I noticed the more people, the longer it may take because of our conversation. But the conversations are amazing.
Yes. And, you know, whether there's 6 homes or 10 homes, the tour runs the same way.
Yep.
We may lollygag a little bit if we only have 6.
It's really in passing.
But really, it's more because we're in conversation or we're helping each other. If we have 10 homes, I'm watching my clock.
Yep.
I know because I honor your time and mine.
Yeah.
And if I say 9 to noon, we're getting done by noon.
Oh, we were
And
done.
you want to see
So-
all the houses. You want to be able to get back
Oh,
all
we
the
do.
information to all of the listing agents so
Yes.
that they can do whatever they need to do with their listings.
Yeah. The one thing I do like that I do as far as feedback goes is that in our packets, I prepare a packet that has all of the listings we're going to see and feedback forms in the packet. So when you get to a home, you're going to preview the home and then you're going to put your listing comments right there. That listing agent will get their comments right there on the
away.
spot.
That's nice.
They're not waiting
No.
2 days to get something. And I know I'm a little old school. I still do it in writing. I still do it with paper. But honestly, you guys,
I like it.
If we're in a territory that doesn't have good Wi-Fi
or service.
our phones aren't working well, and unfortunately in the West Valley, we have a lot of spots like that. I don't want to deter a listing agent from being able to get what they need, the reason that they're there.
Yeah.
Based on Wi-Fi. And, sometimes good old-fashioned paper just still does the trick.
It'll
so
never do you wrong.
it won't. I'll always have feedback forms.
Yeah.
So yeah. So that's
And
good.
then at the end of that tour,
Yes. And then at the very end, we have what's called our best to tour vote.
Woohoo! I'm gonna win that one day.
You are, girl. we do vote for best to tour, and best to tour for me is best overall value of a home. So if it's a good listing, in great shape, not much repairs, priced properly, that's when they can have an opportunity to win that best to tour. Of course, it's simply an opinion. We don't tell the agents what to do. They can vote for their own. They can vote for whoever they want for whatever reasons they want. But I do provide a sign rider that they can hang on their listing
That say
that
best.
says best to tour. So voted best to
It
tour.
is.
So.
And it's
that.
funny because it's something we can buy on our own.
Yes.
But the point of winning it feels so good. Like
Yes.
there
If
was,
you just bought it for yourself, you didn't win
I
anything.
know.
You didn't win, yeah.
I know.
You
but
didn't get voted
I
if you-
know.
Yeah.
I
You just swiped the card.
Yeah, I know. I love that you do that, and
Yeah.
it's crazy because it's so much pressure. I feel like it's so much pressure on us because we're like, oh, the second house. We're like, oh, this is the one that's gonna win, and then we get to the third one. We like,
Oh, man.
okay, between this and this, and then you get to the fourth one, you like, man, I forgot what the second one was like. So I
Story of my life.
try to take video of the ones that I think is gonna be in the running, and then at the
Yeah.
end I go back and look and I'm
Look
like,
at-
okay, because I swear that happens to me every single
Yes.
time. You think
Yes.
you've seen the best house, and it's like, nope, 2 doors down.
So
Yes.
are they like in the same neighborhoods, or like how kind of far are you driving between?
Yes, I try to keep it within a territory. So I may do like when I do our Buckeye tour. Buckeye is getting huge. So I have 2 tours for Buckeye. I have a north of the freeway Buckeye and I have a south of the freeway Buckeye.
Okay.
And so I kind of break it up into, I square. I kind of map it when I do that. I try to keep it within the same territory because I'm keeping you on a time frame.
Yeah.
So we're not,
Right.
yeah.
The furthest we've drove probably like 6 minutes, not even 7. I mean, we're literally like
Yes.
here.
I try to get them so they're back, like it's domino effect. They're back to back. However, some territories are bigger than others. So sometimes, there is a little bit of drive time between, but then that's managing the time when we're doing that. And so I kind of when I'm mapping it, I'm looking at a map. So I kind of know where we're going, how long that's going to take. A lot of times listing agents will say, can you give me a time frame? Once I have it mapped, I've got a time frame for you because I know how long we're going to be. And then the other part of that is that I pretty much give us about 10 to 15 minutes in each house. So if we've got 6, we're probably staying 15 minutes in each house. If we've got 10, we're likely to be closer to 10 minutes. And that's what keeps us efficient. It keeps us on track. Everybody gets equal showing with their listings. The buyers have equal time to learn. The buyers are, not buyers, agents. The agents that are on tour that don't have listings, they have an opportunity to ask questions to each. So it's just really, I try to keep it as efficient as we can for everyone.
Right.
And give everybody the best value. So whatever their needs are, we're doing our best to meet them.
If we have any agents right now that want to have that experience, where do they need to go, or who do they call, or email if you want to?
Great. If you have any questions, you can call me direct. My cell number is 602-570-5329. And my email for tours is southwesthometours@gmail.com. And it's spelled all the way out, not SW. It's southwesthometours@gmail.com.
And how often do you do the home tours? One more question.
Yes. So I have a home tour that runs every week. I actually have 5 home tours a month.
Wow.
So I actually have 1 week where I
Busy.
do 2. But I'm doing my best right now to really cover territories because the market, it calls for that. It calls for more work for the agents to get exposure to their homes. And so when we're in this type of a market, we tend to run as many as our schedules will possibly allow. So right now I'm running 5. I cover part of Goodyear. I cover Estrella, which is Goodyear, but it's, there's 3 tours in Goodyear. So
Right.
Yeah.
I cover 2 of them. And my counterpart, Valerie, covers 1 as well.
Okay.
And then I do Buckeye, and now I implemented Waddell and Surprise.
Okay.
So there's a lot going on out here, but
Yeah.
I can be a great resource for anyone for other areas as well, because I do have a list of ones that our
Pioneer
employee,
does?
yeah, that
Yeah.
Pioneer
Okay.
does.
Because you
Okay.
had sent that list out that they had the East Valley, you do Fountain Hills,
Yes.
Scottsdale, you have all. So
Okay.
we do the whole surrounding area of Arizona.
So yes,
Okay.
What's the craziest thing you've seen on a home tour?
oh my, we see all kinds of things, but probably when people don't pick up after themselves, and so then we see their dirty underwear, socks, and different things like that. If they don't put away their personal items and things,
It's just certain things
Yes.
you don't even think about.
right? I will say that's
Hey, we're gonna come tour your
Yes.
home today. Let me leave my dirty underwear on the ground.
and
What?
yeah, laundry rooms where there were piles of clothes on the
Yeah.
floor they didn't pick up,
Okay.
and that's probably the worst. I mean, we've never caught anybody in the shower or anything like
Okay.
that.
That's good.
Can we just say
Yeah.
that if
That's
you
good.
are a listing agent, please tell your sellers to keep their home as clean as possible, like
Yes.
they're not living in it.
Yes.
tell
I don't
mine's
want to see your
daily.
clients' dirty underwear.
I
Yes.
tell mine's daily. We will not do this.
Yes, and I have to say that's more rare than I mean
Okay.
most homes we walk in, the agents have prepared their clients in a beautiful way and the clients have listened.
Awesome.
That's the
We love
challenge.
that.
Listening
We
clients.
love-
Listening
Listening
clients.
clients are amazing.
Yes.
If you're a
Yes.
client that listen, you're my type of client.
Yes.
And so for newer agents, why should we prioritize attending tours, the home tours?
Yeah, I think it's a training tool for you. It also allows you will learn from other agents. I learned something on
my
every
gosh.
tour I do. I mean, it's just how they view the homes, how they're set up, why
to look
they,
for.
what to look for, why they priced it the way they did. Because we
that's a good
talk
one.
about pricing
Yes.
on these homes on every tour and almost every house, especially if it's not priced well.
So-
if someone else knows the area better, and yeah, go ahead.
So pricing is one of the questions on your survey. Is this house priced right?
Yes,
or
it is.
I don't know how you word it, but it talks about price. And
Yes.
so I seen the other agents. They are just. It's funny because you could tell the people that's been on tour, right? Because they just, this should be priced at $513, and I'm looking like, how did you?
Yes.
How? And it's because most of them have sold houses in that area, and they
Yes.
know what it should be around
Yes.
ballpark. So.
Yeah, I even sometimes will ask some of the agents that work those areas. I'll even say, "Hey, what do you feel about this?"
Yeah.
I'll ask, I'll whisper to them, "What's your thoughts?" And they'll
Right.
say, give me a thumbs up. It's too high,
So,
or
right.
it's good, or
Right.
But those are the types of conversations that are going on during the home tour.
Yeah, and I love it. Like I said, versus me just opening up the door. Yes, opening up the door and seeing what's on inventory is definitely a plus. But the learning, the training that you get during
Yes.
that process, it's amazing. It's
Yeah.
amazing, and I recommend that for not newer agents. It's agents. Period. We all should be mingling with other agents and learning from each other
Sure.
because our learning never stops. I mean. It's just certain things. Even with my listing that I have now, I put in an offer for another one and I was submitting a form and the other agent, seasoned agent was like, "Oh, you don't need that." And I was like, I said, you know what? I'm glad you told me that because I knew I didn't need it, but the last two people that I work with wanted it, so I was trying to be proactive and give it to you. She's like, well, this covers that. I said, hallelujah, because I thought I was going crazy doing extra work.
Right.
But she validated, like, no, you don't need that. And it made me feel good that it's extra work, but I was willing to do that.
She'll always go the extra mile.
Yeah.
She'll always do the extra step.
But I'm just saying, it feel good to know that I knew I was right, but right enough to listen and be like, okay, if those two people wanted it, let me just go ahead and do it. She's like, you don't need that. I'm like, I know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I love
anyway.
I love learning, and like I said, they know it. We got a group chat every time I don't care what time it is, 2
a.m., 3 a.m.
It don't matter. I'm always if I get up and get some water and I look at my text and Sophie's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm answering your question. She's like, what are you doing up? I'm like, I'm answering your question.
It was just so fast the
Yes.
other night. Like, we both were just not able to sleep, and I'm texting her, and she responds back, and I was like, wow, that was fast. Well, it's 2:30, like 3 o'clock in the morning. What are you doing up?
I don't know. It's great
always.
it's great to have a great team of people. I don't care what brokerage. If I know you and you know me, you got my phone number, you ask me a question, I'm gonna answer it.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what it is.
We're here for everybody. We're all in the same industry together. We're going through the ups and downs, the ever-changing market, the ever-changing government, and people. Just, be kind.
Yes.
Ask, extend your hand if somebody needs help,
Absolutely.
And if you
yes.
don't have a support system, this industry will swallow you up.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we are here for you. So reach out to us.
Yeah. Any of us, really. That's what it's about. And that's what tours can teach you, is that networking with other agents is a good thing. It doesn't have to feel funny or anything, because you all do need each other. You're all doing the same jobs and all independent contractors, basically.
Yes,
so
we are.
you feel like you're on your own, but you're really not on your own if you open up and allow other people to share with you.
Yes.
It really does make a difference, and people are happy when that happens. So
Right.
yeah.
And
Okay.
then their knowledge is your knowledge, and you're that much more knowledgeable than you were
Absolutely.
yesterday. And now you become the expert from that
Yes.
person.
Amen.
So
Okay, y'all tossed me into these home tours. Like, I guess I'll one of
She's
these
gonna get
days
up
I'll
early.
wake up early enough to,
oh my gosh,
to
you
get
got
my butt over to the west side.
Just go to one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just go to one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you got to spend a night downstairs, and
That's an
You
idea.
hear that? She's letting me spend the night. I'm like, you got a room for me here? I'll just come stay with you.
You might be up all night if you.
yeah,
Right.
because that's the only way. That's
Yeah.
really the only way. You have to go on tour. Now, how can we get on tour?
Yes. So again, just you can reach out to me direct. If you want to call me or text, you can call 602-570-5329, or you can just email southwesthometour@gmail.com. And you can reach me on socials at #AZTitleTalk.
All right. Thank you so much, Lesa.
Thank you,
It's been a
Lesa.
pleasure. All right. That's a wrap. You've been rocking with the weekly close with CIC. Real agents, real stories, and real talk. Catch us next week. Same time, new gems. Stay locked in.
Beyond the beat, beyond the beat.